Hey there, everyone. Dusty Rains here, and I am outside of Happy, Texas. The community is known as the town without a frown. And I've got someone very special to introduce to you. You've already seen a little bit of an example of his work, and his name is Jerry Sims, and he is known as the Happy Toymaker. So let's go inside and see what he has to say about his story. Go in and see if we can find Jerry. More likely he's hard at work in here. Hello there.
Hey Dusty, how are you today?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good, Jerry. Thanks for inviting us down to hear your story.
Welcome to the Happy Toymaker shop. Uh, we we kind of started this deal, I guess, 24 years ago. It's for my kids. They wanted a blue doctoring chute when they were little. They were 2 and 3. So I built them the chute and the tub and the snake, and that seemed like to be all they wanted to play with for Christmas. And each birthday and each Christmas since then, we came in and tried to build new toys and add to it. And then the neighbors wanted things, and it just kind of took off in 2006. And
Wow. So it is basically just sort of a hobby
yes,
and
yes.
some things you were developing for your children. Now, explain what a doctoring chute is all about. Lots of the viewers watching this have no idea what a doctoring chute is all about.
Well, where you work your cattle, and where you put the cattle in there and, give them shots and brand them and things. And they have a lot of moving parts on them, and it really intrigues a kid, and nobody really ever makes anything like that. And I wanted something that would really work my boys' minds, and
Yeah.
so they could get used to what we really do outside. But I just kept adding to it, and I don't know, now there's a lot of different toys, close to 100.
That's kind of amazing. Sometimes we start out things for pleasure or personal use, one thing and another, and then find out, well, heck, other people are interested in some of these things that I'm making. Is that
Yes.
kind of the way it happened?
Yes.
Okay.
And then as my boys got older, they helped when they were in high school and junior high, and they're actually the ones that learned how to work the first plasma table we got, and
Wow.
the AutoCAD, and
Right.
then their friends worked here, and there's been a lot of kids come through here and learned a lot about welding.
And
So-
wow. So they've been able to pick up some trade skills that they will
Yes.
probably use for the rest of their life.
Oh yes, a lot of them went to welding school and still weld, and it's opened up a lot of things. One of the boys is an engineer for Case, and it's just it's pretty neat that we're able to help. And even since the boys are gone now,
Yes.
they've been off to college and off to their stuff they're doing now, and we continue to keep high school kids here working.
Yes.
So, but we had eight kids this last 2 years, and they've graduated and moved
Right.
on, and so
Wow.
it's pretty neat to help them. And we're actually able to teach them how to MIG weld and TIG weld, and
Right.
we have a laser handheld welder, and they learned AutoCAD, and they
Wow.
went through and built their entire semi trucks from start to finish and painted them. And
Incredible.
So-
Incredible. Well, this is a laser cutting table, is it not?
yes, sir, this one's a new one. We just put it in this year, and it's very expensive, but it's very fast, and it cuts really pretty. I can cut in 1 hour now what it used to take 4 hours before with my plasma, and there's no cleanup.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
we're saving a lot of time just on our cutting parts.
I can see that. Yes.
We just kind of got to keep up with technology, and
Sure.
make-
Time is money.
yes, sir.
Wasted material is money.
Yes.
Yes.
And materials have increased in price so much that we've just got to be more efficient with the way we do it.
Yes.
So, but,
Okay, well, what else would you like to show us?
well, we this this table is actually the first table we ever had in 2006.
All right.
A friend of mine, Landon Framel, built it, and then, but we've yet cut it up and made jigs in it so we can put our trailers in here to personalize them while they're flat, and we can actually put pickups and things in, and these are different jigs to hold different trucks, and we can come in here. This is like the Oklahoma Cattlemen's logo, and they come in here, and you can set that down in there and have the plasma come over and cut that, and that makes things a lot faster.
Wow.
And we can do semi trucks over in this area. And,
Yes.
it's been really, it really speeds us up when people put their names and brands on things.
Oh, for sure. And that's amazing that you were willing to do that rather than just mass producing things that all look exactly the same.
Yes, sir. Well, I think making it personalized with your name and brand is really, it makes it a really cool toy for years. And
Yes.
we've tried to put the year that we build the toys on the toy.
Yes.
And it kind of, I think there's a lot of collectors through the years that maybe one of these days these toys will be a collector's item.
I suspect that you're introducing new products as you go.
We are. In fact, this year we're trying to come out with 14 new ones.
Oh, wow.
We've been working on some different designs for years, and
Yes.
we're finally kind of getting a little time to
Yeah.
get them put out. And
Right.
hopefully by this Christmas we'll have 10 or 15 of each one built.
Yeah. Wow.
So I'm sure some of the people that collect will really like to have them.
Yes, and that makes it much more unique than
Yes.
some of these toys that toy companies are putting out now that are die cast by the hundreds of thousands, if not millions.
Yes, sir.
And there's nothing really personalized around them.
Well, I think a lot of these things are, they'll be played with for generations.
Yes.
And
They are very durable.
yes.
For sure. I've seen that with my own eyes. As a matter of fact, I just opened up this video with a bunch of young children playing with them out in the dirt at a rodeo down in Roaring Springs. And I have seen some of those same toys at a number of other venues, outdoors, and they get an awful lot of really rough use, and they kind of show it. But some of those, I suspect, are probably fairly old as well.
They are. Some of those are the original ones my boys had. And
Wow.
that'd been, I guess, close to 24 years ago.
Wow.
But they're pretty beat up,
Yeah.
but they do last.
What makes them so durable?
They're all metal. We use 16 gauge cold roll sheet iron. We use a lot of 3/8 solid rod for the panels, and things are just stout, and a kid can really play. And our jacks work on our trailers, and our gates work, and the hay forks work on the pickups and actually pick up a wooden roundel, and
Wow.
the cake boxes open up so you can fill them with feed, and the door on the side opens so you can put feed out.
Amazing.
And we made the cake box come off now, so you can add horse racks and welding rigs and
Well, wow.
toolboxes and
Wow.
just vet beds, utility beds, and
Yes.
we're just trying to get a pickup where you could change it to be whatever you want to be, whatever your dad does or whatever you see going down the road. We're just, that way you can have one pickup and do it all. So, and the semi trucks, we're getting a lot of things built for them too, and that way you can interchange things on them.
Okay.
Would you like to take a look through our shop, the way we make them? Everything's hand built in here, hand welded. It's pretty amazing.
All right, well, let's take a walk through and see what we can find.
Okay, we're also going to try some new things on our personalization this year. We've always cut them out with plasma, but this is a laser machine, and it burns it into the metal. And we're hoping that we'll be able to take a painted toy and be able to put your names and brands in it, to be faster, to be able to get orders out quicker.
Yes.
And it's this was a new machine this year too, and it's something that we're going to try to do to speed up our order system.
Yes, sir.
And would you like to see the building process?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's go take a look.
We'll come on through this way, and it's kind of in need of a lot of cleanup around here, but in this room is these are all hydraulic presses that I've built. There's 31 of them. One of them has 14 attachments, and we can actually bend 60 different parts with hydraulics. It's took 20 years to build all these presses, and each year that I try to add something new to them if we can.
Yes.
And
so these pretty much act as brake presses that probably makes several bends at once. And a flat sheet of metal, is that the way that works?
yes, we'll cut them out on the laser, our parts.
Yes.
And then these
So
will
we're
bend
showing
them
down here.
like the trailers. And one of these presses does our cake box, and it has 8 cylinders on it. I have another one here that does the top of the pickup, and it has 7 cylinders on it. And it just takes lots and lots of time out of the bending parts of it.
Yes, I can see that. And not having to do each bend one at a time, such as on just a straight brake press.
Yes.
Really
yes.
speeds things up. I can see that, yeah.
It really does. Over here, this is our lathe. We make our diesel tanks here, and we weld this corners out on them and then put them in the lathe and smooth them off.
And everything up, yes.
So it's a long process just to make a diesel tank.
Wow.
For a semi truck. So we're making some oxygen and acetylene bottles for a delivery truck this year, and these are going to be your oxygen and acetylene bottles when I get them cut off. And
yeah,
so,
I recognize that form now from the top.
we've got different sizes we're going to have, for different size bottles. And
Right.
but I'm planning on fixing one for a mold so my wife could make them out of the rubber, so they'll be a lot lighter.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
because there'll probably be over 100 of them on one delivery truck.
Wow, yeah.
So like B&J welding and some of the ones that. But it's going to be interesting to see that one.
Yes, sir.
Over in here, this is a pickup. Once we've welded it out with MIG welder, and we'll have to go in and put it on this jig and sit here and grind this down where it's all smooth. And then this same jig, you can come in and grind them different directions, and actually go in here and lay them over on their sides too if you need to. And we've got several different jigs for everything that we do, and we have different ones that we grind semi trucks on, and the front ends and the cake boxes, and just every part that we have a jig to build the toy with, then we have a jig to grind it in.
Wow, so there's quite a bit of effort going into just making the jigs.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir. It's a
Wow.
I wouldn't even have a clue how many jigs there are laying here. This year I've got a school bus. It's going to be a Happy school bus
Oh, wow.
cut out. We got to get it finished. It'll be a yellow dog special.
Oh, boy. Our vice president loves yellow school buses.
And it's going to be a Happy motorhome. It's going to have slide outs on it, and top opens up where you can come in and play inside of it. We've got a dead animal wagon going here that fits your semi, and it'll be able to go in and pull your dead animals in and take them off to the rendering plant. We've got little veterinarian type beds, or whatever you could use them for, different delivery trucks, but they all fit on those same pickups.
Wow. It's amazing how many moving parts there are on these.
Yes, sir. And like here, this is a station where we're actually trying to finish some pickups here right now. And this big jig up here is where we make our mirrors. And all these parts fit like right in here. And so you're able to come by and weld all your mirrors up. But on a pickup, from start to finish, for the pickup, the cake box, and the round bale, you touch it 117 times.
Wow.
So there, time you cut all your parts, weld them, and get them all ready to go,
Yes.
it's 117 times.
Wow. Wow. Great definition for handmade.
Yes, yes.
All right.
And this is a new jig that I'm working on to make the pickup, and just some new ideas and new things coming along, and it just takes hours and hours to make those jigs.
Yes, yes.
So, but I guess kind of back here, once we get things built, they've all got to go through the sandblaster, and this but every toy that gets finished will come right through here and be sandblasted.
Wow.
So, and we work all year long trying to get parts built and things completed. Here we've got big arenas and small arenas and more semi trucks and end dumps. I've got some tub grinders built this year. we're going to try to have about 10 of those ready by Christmas. They're very difficult. They have a lot of parts, moving parts on them.
Right.
But I think that'll be a new addition for the year. Here we've got some living quarters, trailers that haul horses and things in them. And
right, an RV for horses and humans.
Yes.
Man, they have become very popular in the last, I would say, 15 years or so.
They have.
Seen a huge increase in there.
Very, very nice trailers.
Yes, exactly. And it looks like that this is part of what you described earlier as a doctoring pin shoot up.
Yes.
Or setup.
Yes. Yeah. That's what we call a snake. This one is a sail barn. It's actually got the gate that swings inside here. And, those take a lot of time.
Yes, sir.
And but a kid can actually sit in the center here, and he can work all the gates, bringing the cattle in, and they can sort cattle if they need to with these gates here. They can take them out and hold them in 2 different pins, and they can actually hook their panels on and go out and make alleys and bigger pins and whatever their imagination would be.
Incredible.
And these are our tubs. This one, it's kind of got a cornerless tub in it here. When you bring your cattle in,
yes, sir,
it'll come around and bring this gate around, so the cows can't get back in that corner.
Right.
And you can come over here and put your snake on and go up to your chute. And here you can open this up and run down and put a load and chute out here for your cattle. And if you need to cut something off, load into a trailer, you can do it this way, or the other direction. If you got this one open, well, you can actually let cattle out that way too, and come in and out this way, and lots of swinging parts in that.
Yes, a lot of different routing options right there.
Yes, sir. Sure. And we try our best to have things ready. When people order, we can have things ready to go.
Ready to go.
We've got semi trucks going back here and trying to get them bent. We've got step deck trailers here bent, ready to go, and we try to stay very far ahead on the pickups.
Yes.
They take a lot of time to bend, so we try to keep 400 or 500 of them cut.
Yes, sir.
Working on them
yes,
at
sir.
One time, and as I can get back in here to work, well, you just got to stay after it.
It looks like back here you've got quite a stock of fencing panels going on back there.
We
incredible
for feedlots and wheel krail panels and just all sorts of different things. And
yes, sir.
As some of the younger boys come in and we're teaching them how to weld, we try to help get started on panels. At this table, Jesse Reyes helps us there. He's been here probably 18 or 20 years, and his kids have actually worked here, but he's building living quarters, trailers, and tubs and snakes right here, and so try to stay ahead on all those things.
Yes, sir.
But he's got all his parts for his stuff laid right here close.
Right.
So we try to keep him all his things he needs. We try to keep all our front ends to the different trucks right in through here. We got, like Kenworth and
Ah,
Peterbilt, and
yeah.
we try to advertise for all those companies.
Well, I would
So,
hope that they help move some of their product along there as well.
yes,
Have these things for sale on their websites, perhaps.
it'd be nice one of these days.
Oh, okay.
And we've got Western Star and Volvo and Mac and
Ah,
International, and you
oh,
can actually, customize whatever you wanted and
yeah,
put your name on them
yes. Well, I'm going to give
too.
those manufacturers a shout out right now that they need to check into this if
Yes,
they would like to have some miniatures made of their various models.
yes, sir. I think that'd be cool. We've got rope and arena chutes ready to go there, and buckets of wheel covers for the semis, and our winches, and we got some made for the pickups, and just lots and lots of different parts.
Yeah.
But
Now, in my own personal experience, growing up, playing with toys, seems like the first things that are going to go bad on the toys are the wheels.
yes, sir.
And, well, we would wind up throwing those toys away
Yes,
because in many cases there were no wheels available as a replacement.
yes. Well, you can always replace ours. We started out, my wife's parents, they drilled them out of a 3-inch hole saw out of wood, and then sanded them and dipped them in black paint. And now then, once they passed away about 10 years ago, we went in and had to buy a mold that makes our tires. It was 25,000 and makes 6 tires.
Oh my.
And they're built up in Great Bend, Kansas at TNC Manufacturing.
I see.
But they're vulcanized just like a regular truck tire.
Right.
So they cut them or they cook them at 400 degrees for 7 minutes.
Hmm.
So it's the same rubber as a truck tire,
Wow.
but
And very durable, I
very
would
durable,
presume.
and they're
And
interchangeable. So you can unbolt them and put a new tire on, and
excellent,
put
excellent.
a new axle in, and
All right.
go again. So here, um, once we get these trucks um, all painted, you have to paint your frame, your one color, and then wait for 24 hours, and then tape it off and paint your front part of your truck, and then it's got to wait another 24 hours. And then we've got a lady here in town, Erica Reyes, that she's gone in and she does the chrome parts on them for us, and she
see.
paints them all with a hand paintbrush. Most of them take her about an hour per truck.
Wow.
So, but she's done these trucks for, I guess, 16, 17 years. And here, you can put your brands on them with the plasma torch, and go in and have that done. And
Exactly. Yeah, I'll try to get some close-ups down here where that shows that these are already personalized.
you can either have straight stacks or curved stacks, or have your curved stacks turned out different directions.
Oh, okay. So these were ordered some time ahead.
Yes.
These are custom builds here.
Yes, they're custom.
That is amazing. How long does that process generally take?
Right now, about a week.
Okay.
We're about a week behind. The
Okay.
closer it gets to Christmas, it gets pretty tough. Here, so this is a cattle truck, cattle trailer,
Oh yeah.
straight deck, and a lot of people like to put the year on them when they get them, especially the personalized toys.
Yeah.
And where this one, they have a couple of trucks, but they wanted to put their name of their ranch
Right.
on there. And
Right.
so then you can choose your colors here too. This area up here is where we actually build or put the tires and everything on.
Okay.
This is the tire that we have built, but it's got the Happy Toymaker and it's got USA on it.
All right.
And it's a 73 durometer rubber, so it's got some squish to it, and it's a non-marking rubber, so it don't let scratch mark mama's house.
Right.
But they're very durable. They're solid.
Yeah.
And very seldom do you ever have to replace a tire. Well, this is a paint jig, and this is a gearbox off of a fertilizer injection pump on a center
Okay.
pivot. So you can actually turn the trailers all the way over and hold them where you need to go. And
Very handy.
but
And do a lot of them in one fell swoop there.
yes, sir, and everything moves on it, so you can put any trailer that we build on here and paint 5 of them at a time.
Wow.
Or if you needed different size trailers at once, you could put them in here.
Yeah.
This is kind of my redneck paint booth, I guess.
We live in the heartlands of America,
Yes.
and the folks who live out on the coast may make a heck of a lot of fun at the way we live, but dad burn it, we get stuff done,
Yes, sir.
and we love quality.
Well, and you take a kid that plays with these toys, what he learns or she learns, you know, and how they apply it to real life.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
Yes.
And here, these are actually things that are painted, ready to go, you know, and we've got different colored cake bins and
Oh yeah.
getting ready to put them in sacks and letting them
Wow.
dry well. And we've got a few extra color trucks, and this is going to be a utility bed. It's a new one this year, and we've got a few of those built. And so, but we'll try to keep orders in here that, you know, where they're ready to go. And
Yeah, so these are mainly not customized products.
a lot of them are not.
Okay.
But as we get a toy ready, well, we can put them here and get them ready to ship too.
Yes, yes.
And this is actually one that's got a name on it, and it's cut with a plasma torch.
Yes.
So,
And that has to be done before it's painted, actually, because
Yes.
it needs to be cleaned up.
yes. And, but all these, we try to have every length of every trailer with every color ahead, so we
Right.
can be ready. And
Wow. And it looks like this one actually has the working jack system there.
yes, sir, our jacks will work. I think that's a very neat feature of
Yeah.
them. We have a
Well, it's
spare.
necessary.
Yes. And-
Otherwise, how you going to back up and hitch on if it
Yes, sir.
is not high enough up off the ground to make that connection?
And it teaches a kid what a jack's for,
Right.
you know. And
Exactly.
then our hitches, they're adjustable, so if you needed to do that. And
Right.
but this is going to be one of our new trailers that comes out this year. It's a bumper pull, and
oh, yeah, it is. I didn't notice that at first.
this is the first year we've ever done them, and we actually have one with a tack compartment in it and one without.
Oh, my.
So we've tried to build a few of those to be ready. And actually right here is a new deal we've started. Is the laser, and this is the R.A. Brown Ranch.
Ah.
And we'll have this one at their sale in Throckmorton in October. And they have a horse sale in bull sale.
I see.
But these are some of the first ones we've lasered on.
Wow.
So it's
so that's going to be durable for a long time.
yes.
Yes. Wow.
And it's just going to be another option that we're going to be able to offer people.
Yes.
To personalize things.
Wow.
And this is a bumper pull that's got the tack compartment in it, and then we wrote a little girl's name on it with the laser.
Yeah.
So it's going to be very sharp. And so you'll have the option of either do plasma with your name or laser.
Yeah.
So something new for everybody.
Incredible. I've got another question too about something that we haven't seen yet.
Okay.
So let's go over and take a look.
Okay. All right.
So it looks like you have been busy in setting up some examples of livestock that are available through your website. And
Yes.
these have not been toyed with at all.
No, sir. These are all new. Patrice, she's made all these. She's gone in and made her wax and made her molds, and she hand pours and hand paints them all. And I'm not exactly for sure how many animals there are, but she has 52 different molds.
Oh, wow.
That she makes.
Wow.
And
So if anybody wants to take a look at all the inventory that's available for livestock, they can go to your website. I bet most of them appear on your website.
yes, they're all on the website.
Yes. Okay.
And up here we have some that's been played with.
Okay.
Very, very hard.
Let's go take a look at that.
And these are the toys I take to each show.
Okay.
Some of them have got to be close to 24 years old. This is my oldest boy. He's 28, and so that toy's been around a lot of kids, and it all still functions. And
Yes.
so I don't know but when I get done at a show, I load them on this truck and take them to the next one. And these are some of the animals that's been used in here for years. And
Yes. And I like to show this because it shows how the livestock fits within these trucks and trailers rather easily and are of the proper scale.
yes, sir. This one is the first one that Patrice made. It's have to be over 15 years ago, and the material was way too hard, and they would just break.
Yeah.
But they've been a lot of kids play with them, and
No kidding.
but these have been in there for a long time, and they're still in pretty decent shape.
Yes, sir.
But
And I tell you folks that are watching this, these toys have not only been around for a long time, but they have been handled by thousands and thousands of kids who I have seen throw them around, ride on them.
yes.
I mean, their whole body weight many times
Yes.
on these things, and they still hold up. They may be scuffed up a little bit through the years. I mean, look there, right there, the paint's, not looking that great these days, but they are still functional. Imagine if you bought something like this and it's going to last for generations in a family, I would think.
Yes, yes. And you can put your names and your brands and the years you buy them, and
Yes.
paint them your colors, and it'd be an heirloom for your
Right.
family.
Right.
So,
Oh, that's great.
and also teach your kids so many things.
Yes.
About hooking up trailers and backing them, and jacks and gates, and
Exactly. Get a
Hey.
lot of practical experience in maneuvering those things
yes.
before you actually get in a real vehicle and run a trailer into a barn wall or something,
Yes.
on accident. That now they have some idea of the way the things operate.
And too, the parents and grandparents will get on the floor and play with them and teach them things.
Yeah,
And then whenever they get out in real life,
yeah,
and help, well, maybe it'll help prevent an accident and
right.
help them to learn. And, we're only 2% of the people in the world farm and ranch
Yes,
and feed the other 98%. And that's probably going down, the percentage, but
yes,
we've got to keep these kids involved and teach them what we can to be
yes.
able to so everyone can still eat.
Well, Jerry, you've got a fascinating story about taking a hobby to an extra step where now you have been able to not only provide jobs for people in Happy, Texas. What's the population of Happy these days, do you think?
Be about 675.
Well, it makes a pretty good size impact on
Yes.
this community because
Yes.
they can make money in their community. And another thing I love about this operation is that it's all American made, American sourced, and Jerry, I thank you for helping to keep America great.
Well, thank you for coming out, Dusty. I appreciate it.